Hey, I'm Coach Kozak from HASfit, here today to bring you another free professional workout routine. When I'm all done demonstrating the workout, make sure you click the link in the video description. It'll shoot you over to HASfit's website where we have the workout instructions. Alright, let's get this thing started. Everyone has their own opinion when it comes to bench press form. So what I'm going to show you today is the form that works best for me. I've been to a multitude of bench press seminars all across the country, and I'm going to kind of put together all in one package what I've learned from those seminars. So as far as setup is concerned is the most important part. Whatever you do, don't just lie down and flop down on the bench. You need to get your setup right first. So lying back down on the bench, you can either drive off the balls of your feet, or you can put your feet flat and drive off of your heels. But no matter what, you want to get a good base with your feet. Whichever one feels most comfortable to you is the one you're going to want to go with. I personally like to be up on the balls of my feet. So after you get your feet set, scoot your body a little bit forward, and that will create a natural little arch in your lower back. You don't want a big arch, just a little one. Next, with your hands, pull yourself up off the bench and pull your shoulders together, retracting your shoulders, and it's going to bring you another inch up off the bench. This actually helps to engage your lats during the bench press, as well as makes you more stable. So now that we have our setup right, grip. The wider the grip, the more chest, the narrower the grip, the more triceps. So just for the sake of this demonstration, we're just going to use a medium grip, a little wider than the shoulder width, picking up the bar. Now, the most important part about the actual press is to keep the bar over your elbows. So as you press down, keeping the bar over your elbows, bring the bar to your sternum and back up. And the whole time, driving your feet into the ground. Whether you're on the balls of your feet or you're flat-footed, whatever you do, don't dance during the bench. When it gets hard, the worst thing I see people doing is they start to dance and move all over. Whatever you do not do that. Keep your feet planted in the ground, drive your feet off in the ground, and use that energy to help you press. Use that energy from your legs through the press. When you're all done, do not hook it one by one, but instead put the bar straight back on the rack on both sides and slide it down. If you use the hook method, one time out of 1,000, you're going to miss the hook and you'll be sorry you did. That's the bench press. A rack lockout is essentially the top part of a bench press. It's a great way to break a plateau on your bench, because essentially what you're doing is you're only pushing the top part of the bench and you're able to use more weight. As you can see here, I've put the bench in the rack and I've set it up to a little higher than halfway through my bench. The lower you set the bar, the less weight you'll be able to do, but the more range of motion you'll get. The higher you set the bar, the more weight you'll be able to use, but the less range of motion. So it's best to mix it up and get variety. You can also do this movement from the floor. So, lying down flat on your back, first we're going to set up our feet. You can either drive off the balls of your feet or with your feet flat. It's up to you, but no matter what you do, keep your feet driving into the ground throughout the movement. Once you decide how you're going to have your feet, scoot your body forward just a little bit, and what that'll do is create a nice natural arch in your lower back. You just want a little arch. Next, we're going to lift our upper body up off the bench, pulling our shoulders back together, retracting our back, and that'll get us up off the bench a little bit, make us more stable, and help us engage our lats. Next, we're going to grab the bar. Grips vary on this, but for the sake of this demonstration, we're going to use a medium grip. We're going to get a full extension, driving off our balls of our feet and back down. It's not necessary on a rack lockout to control the negative or eccentric portion of the movement, so you don't have to control it. You'll be using a lot of weight more than likely on this movement, so you can just press up and let it fly down. So driving off the balls of your feet all the way up, let it drop down. That's a rack lockout. A California skull crusher is an excellent movement for your triceps. It's a 2-in-1 movement that's a cross between a close grip bench press and a barbell skull crusher. So we're going to start by lying down in our bench press. We're We're going to grab the bar with our hands shoulder width apart, a narrow grip. You may want to scoot down just a little bit on the bench to make sure that we don't hit the rack. Our first movement is going to be to bend at the elbow, doing the negative eccentric portion of our skull crusher, bringing the bar to our face, and then transition into a close grip bench press. So we're going to repeat that negative portion on the skull crusher, and then transition into a close grip bench press. Control on the way down, and then press up. When you're all done, go ahead and throw the barbell to the back and let it slide down. Now on this exercise, your overall goal is to pick a weight that it's too heavy for you to do a complete skull crusher. So the point is that you're doing a negative on the eccentric portion of the skull crusher, and then you're able to press it up with the close grip bench. A dumbbell shoulder box is a great overall movement that works all your deltoid heads. So we're going to start with 2 dumbbells, our feet shoulder width apart, a little bend in our knees. We're going to bring our elbows into our side, and our elbows are at a 90-degree angle. So we're going to keep a 90-degree angles all around throughout this entire movement. First thing we're going to do is we're going to raise our elbows until our upper arms are parallel to the ground. And then we're going to do a dumbbell clean, pull back. Again, notice all the 90-degree angles underneath my arms as well as at my elbows. And then we're going to reverse the movement. So that's parts 1 and 2. Reverse the movement, back down until the dumbbells are parallel to the ground, and back to our side. This is going to take a couple times for you to get used to the movement, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and controlled all the way through from the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll feel constant tension on your shoulders throughout the movement. That is the dumbbell shoulder box. A band pull apart will work your rear delts as well as your rotator cuffs. So we're going to grab onto any type of resistance band. As you can see here, I have a double mini band, but if you have a band with the handles on it or whatever you have, that's fine. We're just using the actual band itself. So on this exercise, the closer your hands are, the harder the movement's going to be, and the further apart your hands are, the easier it'll be. So we're going to keep a good posture, shoulders are back, bring your arms up until they're parallel with the ground. You're going to keep a little bend in your elbow the entire time. I'm going to pull apart, and I want you to pretend like somebody put their finger in the middle of your back, and you're trying to squeeze their finger. Now a lot of times I see when somebody performs this, at the end, they straighten their arms up. I don't want you to straighten your arms out. Instead of start with that bend in your elbows and keep that same bend the entire time. And from the back, you can see I'm squeezing the middle of my back. And if somebody has their finger in the middle of my back, I'm just squeezing. To make it a little harder, you can indeed double up on your band. This is a band pull apart. Thanks for working out with me today. Make sure you click the link in the video description. It'll shoot you over to HASfit's website where we have their workout instructions. If you enjoyed this workout, make sure you check out HASfit's website where we have hundreds of additional free workouts. We have our free meal plans to lose or gain weight, as well as our complete 30 to 90-day fitness programs. All there, all for free, just for you. Please do me a favor and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It'll really help keep this great service free. Like us on our Facebook fan page or follow us on Twitter. We'll send you the best daily motivation. And while you're at it, stop by our store, pick up a poster or a t-shirt, whatever it takes to help you stay motivated and on track. I'm Coach Kozak from HASfit, and I'll see you at your next workout.